The steering committee meeting was held in The Hague a couple of days ago, and it was under the leadership of the Netherlands, Malawi, and Mexico. There was an innovative approach to this meeting where there were a lot of opportunities for interaction and engagement by all actors. One thing I really observe is that the global partnership actors want to see actions, outcomes, and results happening, and the global partnership wants to see or sees the value added and opportunity in influencing all the major processes happening this year, in particular the post-2015 discussions on the Sustainable Development Goals, financing for development, and even the climate meetings that are culminating in Paris in this year. But then I still see huge divergences in priorities that each global partnership actor brings to the table, which is quite understandable because we're all coming from different contexts and we all face different challenges. However, while the global partnership wants to see itself as a visionary in some respect, I notice that there are still old baggages that persist. Because, for instance, while the global partnership talks about inclusive development or effective development, still you see unfulfilled commitments persist, and these are now coupled with new challenges and new contexts. For instance, there were a lot of reports, a lot of observations around country ownership or how this is not being addressed. There's still a lot of issues around untying aid, fragmentation, plus of course the new challenges, which is the emerging role or the prominence of the private sector role in development cooperation. And for us, civil society, there's still that persisting issue about the shrinking space for civil society, and bottom line is addressing inequalities. So while there's a lot of discussion about how the global partnership can contribute to the global efforts towards poverty eradication and addressing inequalities, there's also been some reflection about if the global partnership really would want to make a difference, then it should focus. We can't be all over the place. It should focus, and there were already some proposals that probably we would be better positioned in some topics, some issues like domestic resource mobilization, fragility, inclusive partnerships, and the private sector. So I think coming out from the steering committee meeting, I think civil society, we still have a lot of tasks ahead of us. For instance, if you really want to work on poverty eradication and inequality, I think the global partnership should first and foremost address those bottlenecks in the implementation of commitments from Accra, commitments from Paris, commitments from Mexico, and put human rights-based approaches at the heart of development cooperation. We need to really push the bar a little bit higher in terms of promoting inclusive development in all of these development processes. We need to really raise the bar again for promoting and supporting an enabling environment for civil society. And I think, at the end of the day, what we really want to promote is a rethinking, a reimagining. What does development cooperation really mean for us? What are the fundamental principles around development cooperation that we would want to bring forward so that all the other actors in the global partnership would also have this visionary this vision towards effective development. And for us, I think what we really need to work harder in the coming months would be upholding the right to development of peoples, promoting international solidarity as the foundation of development cooperation.